Hello, welcome to another episode of Allstar Garage. This week we pretty much round up this fine piece of British engineering and get that as good as done and kind of ready-ish for the Mildner Weekender, which is like 4 or 5 weeks away. It's running and driving and starting and stopping and actually runs on 6 cylinders now, which is good. We finished bolting up and tying pillars shut and harnesses and other stuff along the way, but more importantly, the wing that was missing that I then found one online and paid for, and then miraculously the infrastructure of the UK mail system decided to lose it. So we kind of took it upon ourselves to fabricate something else. So that's pretty nice, I guess, because I needed to, because we've got other stuff to do. Not a massively long video, this one. I think it's about half an hour or so. It's just been a really, really busy week. So we've had other bits to do, including this intro, which I normally film at the start. And then it's, when I make it, it just laps in because it's done, and then I can make stuff after, but I completely forgot to do it. So I'm now doing it now, the day before it goes out on the telly, because the car's already been done. But anyway, hope you enjoy it. Welcome to another episode of Allstar Garage. Shall I get a pen?
That's where you want to go, mate. Yeah, draw yourself a line.
Are we going with the line that's drawn in the dust and the dirt, or are we going to actually do it properly?
Well, you want... We're going to go through here first.
Let me get a pen. Hang on a minute. I had a pen. In fact, I've got 10 pens.
What's this pen here, mate?
That might be the one. No, that's whiteboard marker. I've got new pennage because I bought a pack of 10 from Temu.
What about this one here, mate?
What about one of them? Fake.
You don't just get a new one out over here, just use one that's already out.
Yeah, but look. This is a Sharpie. This is a Chenyan.
You're going a bit Chinese on me, are you?
Temu wicked, isn't it?
You're going a bit Chinese.
We go straight for here then, shall we? What we're doing here is, I did actually, like I've said before, buy a wing from someone on Facebook for sensible money, 75 English pounds, which is a lot of money for a banger wing, I know, but I was desperate and I needed one, so I did it, impulse buy, whatever. So I bought that, and then I had to get it shipped down to me, so then I paid nearly another £50 for a courier to get it from Leicester to me. Man wrapped it up. The courier turned up, said, cheers mate, bye, chucked it in the van and drove away, and never scanned it into the scanning system. Cheers parcel monkey, nice shout out to you there for losing my goods. So I've been chasing that for a week and a half and it doesn't exist anymore. So someone's skiing down a hill on a Triumph 2000 front wing. So, because of that, I've got a spare series Jag wing upstairs in the parts department, which is completely the wrong size, but it's the nearest thing we've got. So we're going to get rid of the jaggage by tying it into the nose cone, and me and Wayne are going to do a little bit of fabricating and engineering science.
Do you want another pen, mate?
It's working, sort of. Would you want me to go just around there for a minute?
Yeah, so we've got a bit there to tuck under in case we need to.
And then we can trim that up.
Yeah.
Once we can get it on. Where's the cutting device? And some glasses. Dusty glasses. And what we've been doing, whilst you haven't been watching, is the boot is all bolted up, done up, tidied up, door plates on, this side's all done, side plates on over there. I've welded up that rusty chassis rail underneath. Nothing special, but enough that it's not going to fall off. And now we're here. Oh, and Wayne's done a thing with the carburetors, which we'll show you in a minute. Oh, this is the battery that falls off. Go now. Come on. I'm changing that. Let's do my tits in. Ugh. Well, there's no going back now.
No. Yeah.
Look at the engineering skill. Oh dear, what happened there?
Well, that was you, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's put a plate in there.
I've just thought of something else as well.
What's that, mate?
Well, we've just cut the wing, but we haven't finished pulling the front out yet. Were we a little bit too hasty?
No, we're not, because we need to weld this wing on it, because we don't want that to come forward anymore. We just want to dress this up, don't we?
Right, okay.
So.
Nice. It's like it's meant to be. Ish.
We need to just get that welded in first.
I'll clean the nose cone up, I'll clean the wing up, I'll clean that top edge up,
Yeah.
clean that bottom edge up whilst I can get around the wing.
It's got a bit of stability in the motor first.
A little bit of stability. Okay. Epic. I'll plug where the original bolts went for the wing, and then they can't moan that I've welded the wing on. Know what I mean? Which would be great if we weren't just blowing holes through the wing.
So I'm dressing that in there.
Yeah. Oh, windy. That was extra weight we didn't need. It's alright though, isn't it?
Yeah, it just wants.
Let's go down and have a look what she looks like. Because I reckon that's pretty good. Definitely looks like an Austin Ambassador. There you go. That's it for today because I've run out of time. But we've got a Series Jag Triumph 2000 Mark 1-ish. Nearly. It's completely wrong, but it's not far away. By the time the side plate goes on to bolt the door shut, that'll cover up a lot of that. Put a little bit at the bottom to extend that down under the door. You'd never know, right? By the time it's painted and corner plate and whatever. Ready, Gary?
All you're doing is moving its eyelashes.
Moving its eyelashes.
Go on. Go on. Whoa, you got a sledgehammer there?
Yeah. In stock somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not standing in front of it.
There you go, Gary.
Whoa, off! Go on.
More?
Yeah, that do. No more. Go on.
Tap it, squeeze.
Up around it.
That do. Now the sides. Whoa! That do. It's starting to rip off.
What's it like?
Right, now come in. That's it. Good.
Well, it's back out the way, I guess. Okay. Tuesday night. No, it's not. It's Wednesday night. And we're cracking on with the Triumph. Hopefully try and get it done this week. We haven't filmed much yet because it's just been a bit busy with work and stuff and other bits and bobs going on. No vans breaking down this week though, so that's a bonus. What we've done so far today is finish stitching on the front of this wing bit here. I had to weld a bit over there because it was split. Put some more of the little pulley tabs, the Mad Max thing sticking out the front on different places to pull different bits. That was all punched in there, so we've pulled that out, which you've seen already because we've done it, because that's how time works. So that's that. The Jag wing, which is not a Triumph wing, which has a massive gap, but it's better than nothing, right? That's on there. I've just got to do the bottom of the wing and tie it into the sill, which I'll do next time I go upstairs in the air. That's done, that's done, that's done. I've got to put a couple of bolts in that wing, couple of bolts in that wing, couple of bolts in the back wing. I've done that one. What else have I done? Anyway, just about to plasma cut the corner plates out because they're a bit of a weird shape. And I'm sure Joey's about to warn you of that. Also wearing glasses for a change because I keep getting told off by people for not wearing PPE. Because I do kind of forget, or I'll put them on my head like this and I'll start doing something and then I'll cut something and think, where's my glasses? And they're up there. In particular, Tom Wright, who races bangers up north, he's got a little girl called Eleanor Ray. I think she's 2. And he keeps sending me videos every week of her telling me off for not wearing glasses, so I'm doing it now. You can stop telling me off. All right, Joey? No thanks. We're actually okay. The Chinese plasma cutter starting to give up the ghost. It keeps overloading the heat sensor thing on it. So that's great, I guess. See? That's why it's worth having my glasses on. Because this comes under the category of being a 2 litre banger, they have to have smaller corner plates than what we normally have as well. Rules are slightly different. On an unlimited, I think we're allowed 24 inches or something, which is obviously quite a lot bigger. But these, they have to be smaller, but with these, they've got a weird sized bonnet. So I don't think they actually do an awful lot. Right, scooch that out of the way for a minute. I know I've got to cut the corners of the bonnet off, which I'll obviously do in a minute. I have before put the bonnet on, put the corner plates on, and then you can't get the bonnet off because the bonnet gets bigger as it goes back, and I never realised that. Long time ago, but it did happen. Okay, let's go. Right, one done. One to go. This is commonly known as a hillbilly's version of a metal folder, because I don't have a metal folder. So if you put a little groove in it, not all the way through obviously, then you can put a little kink in it like that. Give it a little tweak-a-roon. Which is actually how I do all my normal like well final corner plates and stuff, to give them a real sharp V in them. But what you don't realise is it's proper like poverty engineering underneath. See? Nice straight line. Poverty engineering. Okay, niceness. Corner gussetry is complete. Needs a tidy up, obviously, because it's disgusting, but it's better, right? And we're not on the water pump anymore. It's still ugly, and that's disgusting, and that's really bad. But it's better-ish. Kind of. Okay, have I cut enough off the bonnet? Probably not. Yes, I have. Voila. I know it looks bad on the front, but that's not going to come out any more than that without tearing. That doesn't really fit. Probably not the easiest thing to fold the edge of the bonnet over on. And I'm not cutting anything off the back, so that's just going to get done up where it sits, is the answer to that, I think. Bonnet bolts somewhere, steering column rubber, bottom of the wing. Should we do the bottom of the wing? Let's do the bottom of the wing. Nice. Okay then. Wingage. What? I don't know what else to do with it. That's good enough, I guess. Okay, little update. Rear arch is bolted, 2 bolts above the arch, which are allowed. Bolted this as well, because it's got the inner arch from the Triumph and obviously the Jag, and it didn't really line up, so that's bolted as well. Also done the other side, because where it's had the crash, it's all popped apart. Trimmed a little bit of that off so it looks a bit better. 2 bolts in there, because it all fell apart on the wing. That one's all done. This side's all done. Oh, I have got to tie the top of that pillar and the top of that pillar with a seat belt as well, because I've bolted that door up now. But before we do, down here at the bottom of the steering column is this rubber donut thing, which, as you can see there, has got a massive gash in it. Huh. No one likes a massive gash. There's another one somewhere as well. There. Can you see it? So that is crap, basically. I've got to change it. Because of the angle of it, when we put the column in with the square steering column, that's a bit taut, shall we call it. So it's a bit of a funny angle. I have got newage, but it's not stretched to that angle. So I don't know how nice this is going to be to change. I obviously can't undo that column and slide the column out either, because I've welded it in. So I'm going to have to try and undo it. I think there's some wiry, typical BMC Jaguar Triumph type era. Let's wire the bolts in so they don't come loose. So I've got to cut all that off, and then I'll try and change that. But I think it's going to be a bugger to do up because of the stretch in it. Let's see how much I swear at this. Okay, that fuel pipe's right in the way. That's a good start. Let's get you up there for a minute. Try and cut that. Oh, we can't actually get down there, that's good. Nice. Absolutely no need for it. Imagine working in a car garage in the 60s and 70s. Excuse me, little apprentice, have you wired the bolts back together? No. Yeah, that's not going back on. One bolt's come out, it's literally just pinged. Look at the ratchet motion of the steering wheel. Oh dear. Double pingage. Right, it's going to be horrendous to get back together. Okay, out with the old. Came out really easy, which is quite worrying because I know it's not going to go back together the same. This is the scenario we were having. It's literally hanging on by the smallest bit of rubber. Imagine if we didn't spot that. Go in the first corner and just keep turning the steering wheel and just sail myself in flat out because the steering brake. Spares. No, that's in the bin. Okay, let's try and get this back together somehow. Swear at it lots of times and edit it all out because I can't actually hear the swear. Great. Just line up, will you now? That's tight. It's also cross-threaded, so that's fine. You don't need to wire the bolts on if you cross-thread them. Okay, elevation on the ramp, so I can turn the steering now. Let's see if that's any better, or I keep cutting my hand open. It's not gonna work, is it? How is that possible? Okay, coming in at the right angle helps. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, cobra. I've actually been putting this job off because I knew it'd be shit. And I was right. Come on. Perfect. That was all right. That was just like a 2-minute job. No. Okay, there she is, the result of all the hard work and sweat and tears. Obviously no more rips and tears in that one. It's got a bit of an acute angle on it, but that's all right. And the steering feels all right, so that's all good. Another job done. Which side do you go? You're this side. These straps were last used on this cage. That should be minimal adjustment required. Just find your hole now. Probably not long enough. Not not really. And you, please. Around the seat. That's a long way. Okay, harness needs adjustamento. And probably some WD-40 as well, actually. Many stiffs. And they're too short. Great. Now I've got to lay down. And I probably won't get back up. Wow, that's snug. I think I'm laying on the wiring loom as well, so that's not good. What am I doing? Come back. Go in again. What is this? That's tight. That's good. Resting my face on the filler cap. Tight. It's got me. Go down. Oh my god. This is what I'm going to be like after the final. Folded up around the steering wheel. So we know that shoulder straps are too tight already. Oh no, lost more change. Oh, £1 coin. Okay, so we know the two shoulder straps are too short, right? I know I'm putting it back together, but I still didn't spray it with WD-40. Let's come in shower. But the theory is now, this is much longer, so you can actually get a pull on the straps. God, they need cleaning up. Get that tight enough. Like that. Oh yeah. So I mean, we lengthened that column and I'm still quite far off it. Whilst I'm stood here taping one off, something I'm going to talk about is it's April, right? April, if you didn't know, Autism Awareness Month. Something that I've got a lot of since I've started the channel is a lot of messages because someone's kid's got autism or someone themselves have got autism and they find that they love racing. There's a lot of people at racing that have autism that love it. Soothing, I guess, in some sort of way. And I get a lot of messages. A lot of people saying that they enjoy the channel. It's, you know, there's a fella not long ago he's got an autistic child, and one of the things that the kid loves to do is just sit there and watch the videos back to back, and it soothes him and it works. So that's great. But autism, I think, it's only in the latter years, I think, that it's been talked about or accepted more. I think when I was back at school, which is a few years back now, the child was just a little pain in the arse, shall we say. And it was never like, oh, you know, he might have autism or he might have ADHD or he might, you know, be a SEND child or there's something going on here. You just sort of got told off and told to get on with it. Now, fun fact, if you didn't know already, I've got autism. I'm okay, it's mild, it doesn't affect my life. But what I did know growing up, I was different, for definite. I mean, that's probably quite clear. But back then, it wasn't oh, let's get Pete tested because he's different. It was, Pete's just different. That's really annoying. I've run out of black tape now, I've only got brown left. Or the earth one, which is yellow and green and looks disgusting. Yeah, my mum and dad didn't know any different. It was just, it wasn't such a thing back then. It's only in my latter years that I thought, I think I'm different, you know? So I've took it upon myself to have tests and stuff, and then it turns out, yeah, I've got autism. But what I'm getting at is, I know I'm different. My missus knows I'm different. I can say things to people and really insult them and upset them without having a clue. I haven't got Scooby-Doo. Sometimes I come out of words, I say the wrong thing, I do the wrong thing, and it's not on purpose. It's just the way my brain functions. But that's fine, you know, that's me. I'm a bloke in his 30s who runs a business, who runs a YouTube channel, who's got a family, who's got a dog, who's got a house, who's got everything he needs, and I've got autism. So what I'm getting at is, if you are autistic or you've got ADHD or you've got something and you're different to everybody else, don't worry about it, because we all turn out all right in the end, and don't let anybody else tell you different. So yeah, April, Autism Awareness Month. If you are autistic, or you know someone autistic, or you've got a family member that's autistic, it's all right. Let's roll with it. Why have you stopped barking now? Joey, we're burning. Jesus. It's a bit late now, isn't it? It's already done. Nah, well, it's a bit late. Bit late now, mate. Nah. That's a lovely song you're singing. What even was that, Joey? Sounded like a rendition of Achy Breaky Heart. Okay, right, that is it for tonight, because it's like 11:30 at night and I'm tired and I've just had enough, really, and I'm tired. But it's not far away now. It's running, it's driving, starting, stopping. It's got a wing on. The passenger side is taped up, bolted up, done. The front is done, pulled that out earlier. Done the bonnet bolt holes here. I haven't gone through the bonnet there yet, where I've just cut that hole, because it's right at the front. When the bonnet was off, I thought it looked quite good because the slam panel's there. But there's quite a gap in between that, so it'll probably V up there. I don't know. I'll have to have a look at some pictures of other people's Triumphs and see where they put the bonnet bolts. But the inner wings on this one aren't very good, where it's had the crash damage. And the chassis doesn't look nice to go through, so I'll probably just put a little bolt in the front there, a little bolt there. That'll be that. Tomorrow, I need to get someone else, Wayne or Squirrel or someone, when they come in, just to get underneath. I've got to put 2 bolts through the floor plate into the tunnel, and then once that's done and it'll pull that side over a little bit, I'll heat the pedals up and just bend them over a bit, because they're all over one side, and when I go for the throttle I hit the brake at the same time, and I just need to spread it, if you know what I mean. So that's a tomorrow job. Apart from that, it's not far away. Project Triumph is nearly complete. I'll probably grind all these up as well and just tidy it up a bit and get rid of the flakiness and nice. Well, there we go. That was it for this week. Like I said at the start, we've been pretty busy with work and stuff, and a few changes in the Allstar hydraulics side of things this week, so I've been doing a little bit more in the office and some other stuff. So we filmed what we could film. We've also made a start on the car for the Sunday for the weekender, which I wasn't going to put in this video because then it's 2 different cars and it just makes things harder for the playlist and whatever. But you'll see that next week. We're going to crack on with that. And the other car that we are doing had no axles, no floors, no bulkhead, nothing, no pillars. No. That's a lot of work, and it's about 4 weeks to go, I think, 3.5 weeks till I'm getting sign written. So there's a lot to do in the shed over the next few weeks. But what about the wing though, hey? I mean, like, if you want me to make some panels for you, there was an advert on the telly, if you're old enough, about 10, 15 years ago. I think it was for Peugeot, and the man made a fine piece of machinery out of a very bad car by sitting an elephant on it or something. Don't know. You know what I mean if you've seen it. But what about the wing though, right? The fabrication going on in the front area over there. Like, by the time I paint it, you're not even gonna know that that's a series Jag wing on there. Like, that is proper engineering science going on over there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. We've obviously got the channel membership. We've got Allstar Garage merch.co.uk if you want to get hoodies and hats and t-shirts and cups and stickers and anything else to help the channel along, you can do so. The links are down below. Other than that, I'm gonna go and crack on and finish putting this video together so that I can get this out for you, because I've done it back to front and this bit's normally filmed already, but it's not because I didn't do it. And do some work, and then maybe do some of that, I guess. Not enough hours in the day, is there? Anyway, see you later.